Alrighty then. What is going on, everyone? It is December 4th, 2023, and we are wrapping up the year with another series of Monday night online Zoom open mics. It's good to have you guys here. My name is Richie David Marrufo, your MC and host, project director of the Barbed Open Mic series. Of course, we started this way back in April of 2020 and have been doing it every single Monday since then. We've done many shows. In fact, you can catch all of them archived here on our YouTube channel. So if you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. Great to have you here. As I mentioned, this is our online mic, our online open mic. And if you're familiar at all with open mics, it's just like any other regular open mic. We have people who want to share their work. All they have to do is sign up. We do have a link to sign up available on our social media. So if you follow us on Facebook, on our page, we always make events for all of these, including our in-person events. If you follow us on Instagram, we'll post flyers. And in fact, in our Instagram bio, there is a link there, our link tree, which will open up a lot of other doors, including links to sign up. In fact, if you follow our link tree, you have the option to sign up or subscribe to our link tree. And pretty much as soon as I have the link to sign up ready, I will notify all the subscribers. So right now we do have quite a few people subscribed. That's actually a really helpful way to get that info. Other than that, like any other open mic, I will call someone up to the stage and they will share their work. Here on these Monday nights, we definitely encourage writing. So poetry, prose, anything kind of experimental, as well as music. So if you're a singer-songwriter, you play an acoustic instrument, with the exception that we would ask if you join us early, to test the sound, because we've been having a lot of issues lately with audio. Zoom can be kind of tricky if you're not used to it, but there are ways to get around it and make it sound somewhat decent. The whole point is just sharing, right? We're not trying to be perfect here. So yeah, in the future, if you guys are thinking about it, you're more than welcome to join us. And we do have a pretty short list today compared to, last week was really action packed, compared to how it had been. We had the poetry potluck the week before that, and that was a whole lot of fun. So tonight's going to be a little light. So if you do feel like you want to share something, I will place a link in the description of the YouTube channel. Just give me a couple of performers. All right, one or two performers, and then I'll have the link updated, and I'll let you guys know. And if you're here from EPCC and here for extra credit or the Down Passport program, just stick around. I'll give you information. Pretty much just FYI. You can find me. You can look at my name right there, Richie Marrufo. You can type my info into the EPCC database. My name will show up. You can just email me asking for that info. Just let me know that you were here. Kind of explain, give me, I guess, evidence to show that you checked it out. And I'll get you that info. Or you can just follow us online, Barbed Open Mic Series, and you can shoot us a message there. Same thing. Just let us know that you were tuning in, and then I'll share that info with you guys. Otherwise, this show is unique in that it is online. We're gonna have the pleasure of not just experiencing poets, performers from El Paso, Texas, and surrounding area, but our a wider lens. If you say we're zooming out to the entire country, sometimes we even get global. It's always a lot of fun. It is a platform, so performers. I know you guys do this week in and week out. Almost some of you guys 3 or 5 times a week, but definitely share your social media, ways we can support your work, and you can see that before you perform or after you perform. If you forget, then I'll just remind you. Again, you never know, someone will be watching you for the first time ever. All right, cool. I think I got everything down. If I remember, I'll just mention stuff throughout the show. Again, if you are following us online, if you live in El Paso, we do have an in-person open mic tomorrow, Tuesday at Rosewood. That's downtown El Paso. Come on by. The in-person mics are a whole lot of fun. In fact, this past Thursday, we were at Old Sheepdog Brewery and we got to celebrate UTEP creative writing students. We had 9 of them read their work, and just I was just blown away by a lot of the work that was performed. And of course, we had our open mic, and the open micers are always do such a great job. People like Lara Lynette and Kit Wren, and we even had Roberto Santos show up. Professor Santos, he brought his students, the creative writing students. Yeah, so definitely we encourage you to come hang out with us at our in-person open mics as well. All right, so I think without further ado, we're going to kick this off, and we're going to be online as long as we can. As I mentioned, it is a light list. If you do want to sign up, we definitely encourage you to do so today with us. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and kick things off. We're gonna travel through the Zoom train up up north from us to Denver and tune in with Michael Sindler, Beat Poet Laureate of Colorado. What's up, Mike? Go ahead and kick things off, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, hey everybody, that's great. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that that poetry potluck, man, that was a great thing. I really hope it continues to be a tradition. I'd almost like to see it become more than just once a year. I just think it's such a wonderful way for us to share each other's work and celebrate us as a community. Speaking of communities, I'm going to put up the word for Lighthouse Writers .org, which is a great community and a great resource for all kinds of different things as far as being a writer, workshops and classes and events and all kinds of amazing things. So that being said, I wanted to one other thing, and I'm hoping Vale will expand on this, but I just put it in the chat. There's going to be a celebration on the 12th at, I guess it's like 8 o'clock Eastern time, 6 o'clock our time, 5 o'clock Pacific. For that's going to be a celebration of Norm Maddox, otherwise known as Norm Mathematics, who is both a great writer and a great human being. And several of us have gotten together and put together a little anthology of work celebrating Norm, and we're going to have a launch for it, and would really like to see as many people as we possibly can. As I said, Vale will be more than happy to give you more information because they're actually know more of the specifics, seeing how they've been the invaluable person making it happen, which I just want to say thank you for, by the way. This first piece is called Blues for Olympia. Just one more shotgun shack on the riverside of the Mill Village. Have to jump the train to get across Olympia Avenue. It's okay when it's going slow. Feral cats in every front yard, moving in a pack at dinner time. Nancy's on the front porch eating cornflakes on the couch, laughing as the lightning bugs arrive. Feral cats in every front yard. Oh, sorry. Don't want to repeat. Shade tree mechanic wannabe has a carburetor disassembled on a blanket in the driveway. Squirrel hides a ripe pecan in a valve. That car will be on bricks for a while. The band is playing something strictly acoustic in the backyard, song mixing with fire pit smoke, twanging blues and tangy barbecue. Tim went off to get more ice for the keg. Chameleon frozen on peeling gray wall can't match the paint, but tries its best. Pat's hands are stained from tie-dyeing t-shirts and a sheet in a blue sundress. Better job changing color than the lizard. There's no getting rid of palmetto bugs, just an attempt to reach a detente of sorts. They'll be here after the last human bites it. I think the fuckers know full well they're winning. They snort boric acid off the table like Scarface. Second floor bedroom, hot as Hades without AC. Even minus sex, the bed is soaked with sweat. Box fan fell out the window, landed on a pup. Poor mutt ran all the way to the quarry, yelping. Little yellow hounds make a pitiful sound. Shane said he saw a rattler in the woods near the riverbank when he went fishing. His mama's glad he didn't try to bring it home, says his curiosity is a prayer and a prison, and he best keep the good sense key close at hand. Roommates rotate and relationships mutate. Some graduate or fail, and some stagnate. Some end up in jail or in the grave or just insane. Nobody said it was going to get this crazy. None get out without some scars to tell the tale. Okay, and moving on. I I thought I would do a really old one. This piece is either from the late 70s or the early 80s, somewhere right on that edge. It's called You, the Radio, the Ocean, and Me, Folly Beach, South Carolina, February 1948. And I think I've done this once a couple years ago here. 1, we can't go down to the water, love. It's still too cold for swimming. Just yesterday, as you listened to the funny clowns and Fibber McGee, I watched fat Canadians waltz through the brine like walruses, and even they soon beach themselves, wrapping in their towels, admitting their mistake. I sketched them in cool, quick strokes, blurry as your sense of time. All the while you sat entranced, a captive to Marconi's secret world. I felt different airwaves, the stinging tide of salty breeze, new clouds with each breath, each cloud a different face, all reflecting the same cold star now set forever behind some far-off iceberg. You see her too, I know, in the dials and in daydreams, cooing softly in your secret language. 2, let me wipe the cream of carrots off your face. Stop. Don't wave your spoon that way. No, drink your Ovaltine. No, not like that. You are so beautiful with those long brown chocolate streaks from mouth to middle down your pink ducky sunsuit, the only one I picked out. What shall we do? I'm learning how to scrub them clean while you sit laughing at the 20 mule team on the package, listening as always to that radio, which never plays the one voice we want to hear. We'll listen, though, together and perhaps pretend and hold each other at night when the jazz DJ show ends with Berlin's Russian lullaby. 3, I can promise spring will come, even to this eroding empty shore, its heat making the studio reek of turpentine all the more, its warm light reflecting off the portraits now forever unfinished. It will make the myrtles bloom. I'll stick the blossoms in your hair. You don't remember last spring, the 3 of us rowing in the inlet, fishing. You laughed and clapped, playing with the fish that flopped helplessly around the boat. And when its fin stuck you, you cried until mommy's kiss made it better. Will my kisses be so medicated? Come here, baby. Hug daddy tight. The air is so, so cold tonight. And I don't really want to leave on something that completely, I may not have anything. I'm just going to do one other really short one. Then it's called Every Time. And again, I think I've read it here before. Every time before the chorus can finish, the same scratch leaves me skipping, stuttering on the same word, the phrase I need to say. Every time, half forgotten, half hanging, waiting on a thumb to knock arm back, pop, kneel over and over back in the groove. Every time, just before the word love, crackling vinyl drowns out melody and static, dust ball hanging off diamond. Every time, it still comes round to you. Thank you very much. And I am going to put on the hat. The announcement I was going to make earlier is that today is National Cookie Day, which is something well worth celebrating. I've actually got some peanut butter and peanut butter cookies in the freezer waiting to be, or fridge waiting to be finished. So I thought I'd read a poem by Jane Kenyon called Eating the Cookies. The cousin from Maine, knowing about her diverticulitis, let out the nuts. But so the cookies weren't entirely to my taste, but they were good enough. Yes, good enough. Each time I emptied a drawer or shelf, I permitted myself to eat one. I cleared the closet of silk caftans that slipped easily from clattering hangers. And from the bureau, I took her nightgowns and sweaters, financial documents, neatly cinctured in long gray envelopes, and the hairnets and peppermints she tucked among lucite frames abounding with great-grandchildren solemn in their Christmas finery. Finally, the drawers were empty, the bags full, and the largest cookie, which I had saved for last, lay solitary in the tin with a nimbus of crumbs around it. There would be no more parcels from Portland. I took it up and sniffed it, and before eating it, pressed it against my forehead because it seemed like the next thing to do. Okay. Happy Cookie Day, y'all.
Happy Cookie Day. I wish I knew earlier so I could have celebrated properly. I'll have to do that tomorrow in tribute. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Thank you. And as always, shout out to Lighthouse Writers. And we'll definitely be hearing more about the Norm Maddox event. In fact, we're gonna go ahead and go to Pittsburgh and bring up our next reader so they can get a nice time in. Let's go ahead and welcome back to the stage Vale Larkin. Hey Vale.
Hey, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I just put links up for the event called 1,000 Fingers Multiplying. It's a book launch and a reading and a feature by Norm Mathematics. All proceeds from the books will be going to Norm, and the event itself is free. So you can reserve a free ticket on Eventbrite. Today is my birthday. So I got this shark. For people who don't know, the name of the shark is Blauhai, and he is an IKEA toy who has been adopted wholeheartedly by the trans community due to a series of ads in Sweden. So this is my trans IKEA shark. Her gender pronouns are fluid. Okay. I'm going to read 2 pieces today, but one of them is a triptych, so I'm technically going to read 4 pieces today. This first one is a more complete draft of a poem I read last week. Improve the code. I find myself spaced between thoughts and sensations. The web of a life, not the spider. Where am I woven? Where am I anchored? Who do I capture and who do I loose? And when the polyphony surging among us winds to a coda and winds to a close, where do my strands of dust-covered clutching fall? Who uses them? Does your death improve the code? Sparks we are, the light, not the wood, the smoke, not the ash, gone and gone up into the night of our final brightening. When I am gone, who will remember? When they are gone, who will forget? When I am nothing, what tiny vibrations might my brief life have made in the midst of the song? But does your death improve the code? I find myself in the little ravines between each of my thoughts, my hands moving, the slide of a foot. I am the inhalation. I am the vessel. I find myself in the valleys of my fingerprints, the wish, the intent, the complication. I am the wit and the will. I am the water. But does my death improve the code? When I go, is it up in flames, slipping into the sky, the water supply? Am I pressed into my mother's damp breast, deep as tree roots, deep enough for a sapling for my stone. Do you deny me? Soak me in sorrows and chemical mourning, smooth my rough skin to an unnatural sheen and box me in? Or does my death improve the code? Web, weaver, wood, flame, cup, wine, hand, heart. When I am wound, my spinning wheel still, my last fading embers all fragile and gray, the dregs of my life in a film on my lips, does my death improve the code? Thank you. And this next one is a triptych called Dear Vale. It's my birthday, so I figure I'll be self-involved. Dear Vale, I cannot say that I have often thought of you with love or tenderness before. I know every single mistake that you have made, and every time you broke your word, don't I? I saw you lie. I saw when you slashed and lashed out in your fury and broke their hearts with words. I know your jealousy, the way you wish for things that are not yours, are not meant to be yours. I see how you cry when the night comes and wish you were anywhere pain isn't each morning. I know how your mind drifts back to before you were broken and life was meat and blood and real. I see how you put on your faces to show them you're brave when you're not. You never have been. Dear Vale, you are so weak and fearful beneath the shining masks you wear. Will they see you now? Dear Vale, today I wrote a poem about galactic superstructures again because I am derivative and lack spontaneous creativity. Dear Vale, today I failed to do enough when our new neighbor began to tell me, in all my pallid privilege, where all Black families lived on our new block. I was too quick to shock, too slow to stop him, too polite in my admonishment, too fearful of reprisal. Today I sank into racism like a ready bath, as though the water would hide me. Dear Vale, today I helped someone find a home because I can only relate to things I myself have experienced. Today I hurt someone so casually I did not even know it had happened because I am careless with people I love. Today I held someone's hand while they cried out their pain because being useful makes me feel good and I am selfish. Today I asked my love to hurt for me. Today I hurt for my love because I am self-destructive in my efforts to be worthy. Dear Vale, is failure ever finite? Does every outstretched hand hold secret greed? Do you ever once do the right thing for the right reason, at the right time, in the right way, say the right words, give the right gift, slake the right thirst, and find a need with nothing for you, give what you have and nothing less, and expect nothing in return? Dear Vale, have you ever been good? Dear Vale, it isn't true, you know. It isn't. You're not a mythic monster. You're not death. You're just someone fighting upstream all the journey because that's life, that's breath, and you can't stay in one place or body for longer than right now. And now gone. It's all moving and flowing, flying to pieces and reshaping itself each split second we hurtle around stars, around black holes. We flow through our universe in millions of ways, and nothing could be the same. You are not lost, because every stream is unknown, unknowable, and you cannot judge your present by your past, because nothing is left where you set it, and neither are you. Mistakes happen, and you try not to make things the same in the future, because you know that sameness is death, is the monster at the end of the journey, because life is the deep, blind current. where we all find our futures in ever mysterious ways. Little gods swimming. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Vale, for sharing these pieces. Happy birthday, by the way. You've got a couple of birthday wishes as well on our YouTube live. Just as a heads up, I think Sandy, and of course, yeah, anyone here in the chat wants to give some love. Thanks for sharing these again. Also that story about Blahai, that's cool. Blahai, is that how it was? Or Blauhai?
I believe it's Blauhai.
Blauhai.
That's the pronunciation I found for Swedish, but I believe it's also pronounced like a million other ways because no one speaks Swedish in America.
There you go. Well, that was cool. I didn't even know about that. That's an interesting one. I want to look up the history behind that. But yeah, again, happy birthday. Glad you're here with us, and to many more. Thank you so much, Vale. Awesome. And shout out to Andrew as well for the support. Thanks for tuning in. Always good to have you in the room, even if it's just to listen and support. With that said, also same for Jenny. You know, you're always here supporting. Thank you, Jenny, and Sandy online. I see Ed online here on the live stream. A couple of you guys. So all the love, spreading it. All right, so we're gonna continue. We're gonna come back to El Paso and check in with Robin Schofield, who's got some new poetry out in the form of her book, Ridge of High Pressure, but she's already got the next one ready to go too. So she's been reading from that a little bit. And as always, great to have her on the online show. Robin, go and take it away. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you, Richie. Yeah, I got new copies of Ridge of High Pressure, so local peeps, hit me up at the open readings or, send me an email. I'll put my email in the chat. You can also order it from Mouthfeel Books, from all the usual places, Bookshop, Barnes and Noble. I think those are the best places to order it from. And yeah, it's the fastest book I've ever written, I guess. It's the fastest from notebook to published book. So I'm going to read a couple of poems out of it. This one is called The Border as Open Wound. It's just my computer. You feel otherness wherever you go. You can ask the alienist your questions, but identity is never an easy matter. You can drop a rock in a pond and watch the circles drift apart. Skipping the rock takes some wrist work. Keeping the rock and polishing it, that's another matter. Lots of work, but worth it. You were born an other, a changeling in your birth family, standing apart. Je est un autre, Rimbaud wrote. The I is an other, just as it is for you, a worldly situation. A swan walking is a clumsy animal. You are of two worlds like the water birds, therefore of none. You can claim neither sky nor lake. And there you are, walking where the river is dry. Okay, and now I'm going to read this. Well, I intended it to be kind of funny. And it's about my mother in her last stages of dementia and how I was trying to deal with it. Enlightenment Blues. Lobsang, the Tibetan monk, says, live in the now. It's nirvana, a candle going out. My mother at 88 does live in the now, but far from enlightenment, impatient that no time passes. Physicists mark up equations for time that move backward and forward, but the arrow only goes one way, as we can see for ourselves. Never does the broken cup rearrange itself and jump back on the table. My mother doesn't retain her arrow of time. She confabulates the yesterdays she cannot remember. She remembers to drink scotch and to cheat on the crosswords. Her addictions have the sense of history that she presently lacks. When I meditate to an ancient dialect, I feel time disappear for 20 minutes. Her life has tumbled together until she thinks she is 40 again and able to walk. She crumples to the ground and curses at the EMS who come to pick her up. Practice, practice, meditation until the monkey mind stops chattering. What persists of herself besides swearing? Not the woman advertising executive in the 1950s, not the boozing, threatening mother of the 1960s, not the brassy-haired woman proud to shop at Neiman's. Not this, not that, said the Buddha. She calls the knell of the clock over and over, ringing out like a tower. She has a flash now and then that her children don't love her as they love their father. Live in the present, lose yourself, says the Enlightenment coach. But she never loses herself in her eternal now. It's clear that's key. My doctor and I speculate on her disorder. Narcissistic, with venom, I suggest. He smiles and says it's bipolar too, like me. Physicists say space-time may spread so thin in the old universe that it will dissipate entirely, unless dark matter pulls it together after there's nothing left in time or imagination of you and yours, not even ashes. And then I think I'll end my part, I'll end the ridge of high pressure part with this one called The Garden of Hope. Sunlight on creosote in early fall, season of jeweled dragonflies like fallen sky, and butterflies, sulfur, blue or white, desert petrichor after a short plunging rain, brilliant coyote scat on the trail, hearing him blurt in the daylight arroyo behind ball fields while men stand in wonder on the dam as my dog and I pass close on the side. Seasons change, though this is the one when the dark comes earlier and stays later. Still I have hope when I hear you get up without groaning, hope that one day you'll walk freely again. I hope winter snow won't break branches of the acacia or desert willow, that it will freeze seeds that need it and ready them. I hope to grow chocolate daisies in the spring, but for fall, I put in the crops of garlic and cilantro, red kale, and rainbow chard. So that's from Ridge of High Pressure. And then my next book, the working title, I think everybody will get it, is Road Work Ahead. And I'm going to read one kind of longish one out of that one. And I'm going to read it because it's got a little after. It's called, it's after Rilke. And it was after I was reading some of the Duino elegies, I believe. And I want to read it because it's Rilke's birthday today. And in 2 years, it'll be his 200th birthday. So it's his 198th birthday, I believe. And I called it a German word. just to be difficult, I guess. It's called Bewusstsein, and it just literally means being aware. After Rilke. See how youth pauses before the plate glass mirrors? The kitten by the back door jumps to see his own reflection, first in fright, then in play when you turn on the lamp. As holograms in a universe of monads, quantum bubbles among a quadrillion googles of other bubbles, our whole duty is to embody this angelic mirror, to scoop up beauty and reflect it before it eradicates us in its deadly puzzle. If angels are all radiance, then we in the new century know their dangers. Reaching out to them, we fall into the event horizon as into their black wings, arrows of radiation, our false friend, the explosions of hydrogen, then helium, elements pliable and noble in an arid landscape we must evacuate along with our partial hearts. Lovers, can you translate for us the robing of the sky at twilight, or the disrobing at the threshold of the granary? Can you translate the unsayable, or are you too wrapped up in each other's rapt gaze? A gaze which covers the tender gaps you find in each other, places where something enters and speaks, but do you notice that when you hold out your arms in this swollen absence, your feet slightly falter? How to say the hidden angels, how to forego such ecstasy as the untranslatable flower, the pinpoint plum verbena, or the wheeling sunflower of a galaxy, taking its time and place, waxing and waning as we evaporate along the cracks of the earth. Make yourself a vineyard. Become your own wine, dry or sweet. Abundant grapes swell inside you if you cultivate the rocky soil and don't spray poison as if it were an angel. Think of the river and how dry it is here. Then go water yourself. Sprout new leaves from your trunk until you flower into your whole being, which you can no longer follow into the repose of greater angels. Okay, so that's my little take on the Duino elegies. And then my cover poem will be a translation of a really popular, or well, I guess in the poetry world, it's a popular sonnet to Orpheus by Rilke. And Rilke, late in his life, after he wrote the Duino elegies, then he wrote the sonnets to Orpheus, and they just, the first series, which is about 50 or so sonnets, he said he wrote in 3 weeks. You know, sometimes it takes me 3 weeks to, get started on a sonnet. So it's just an incredible outpouring of creativity. Of course, he had these dry periods too. But anyway, this is called Sonnet. This is the Sonnet to Orpheus, second series, number 13. Be before all departing, as though it were behind you, like the winter going out just now. For among winters is one so endlessly winter that your overwintering heart barely pulls through. Be dead always in Eurydice, rise and sing, stand and praise, climbing to your purest frequency, here with what's winking out, be ruled by entropy, be a ringing glass that shatters as it rings. Be and know full well the condition of non-being, the endless ground of your inner shiver shimmering, that you may fulfill to the utmost your one moment. To all things spent, and to the dumbstruck and mute, multiplied from nature's fullness to the unsayable sums, number yourself, joyfully added, and zero out the balance. Thank you, and happy birthday, Rainer Maria Roca.
All right, very cool. Thanks again for that tribute, Robin
And Vale Larkin.
and Vale. Yeah, and lots of birthdays. The birthday day, interesting. I'm gonna have to go open up my Facebook and give shout outs to all the other birthdays. No, I always love those pieces that you're doing on Rilke, and if you guys are in El Paso, be on the lookout for possibly more readings, and maybe pick up a copy of Ridge of High Pressure when you have a chance. Definitely get it in person. Very cool. I wish I had my copy so I can hold it up to the screen right now. I don't right now, but very cool. Or you can just order it off of Mouthfeel Press. We did share a link on our YouTube channel, so you can find it there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and keep going, and now we're gonna travel to South Euclid, Ohio, where we have the poet laureate of South Euclid, Ohio, and he also has a new collection out, poems from. Well, I'll let you explain. We have Doc Janning in the house. He's got the cover as his background. That's why I wanted to bring him up. What's up, Doc? How you doing?
Thank you. What's up the ceiling right now? My book is available through your bookstores, through online sources, etc. This is the cover. Its title is Before Today, Beyond Tomorrow, the hyphen being replaced by the infinity symbol, with a subtitle of Poems from the Multiverse. And I'm still waiting on my first shipment. It got delayed. Something went haywire at the printer. So, oh well, I'll get it in the next few days. I'm going to start with a couple of poems from the book. This one is titled Between the Real and the Surreal. In a shadowed eldritch realm between the real and the surreal, a universe lies waiting, a kundun of Tao. And let's see. This is Tangled Entropy, Bolide Heart. In palpable presence of tangled, endless entropy, fractured, luminous lexicon, and fragmented future. Seductive sitars sing of pinprick glowing gyres and gimbaled galaxies. In Bacchanal, behind loquacious, mirthful mists and random rainbows of dappled dark matter. Bolide Heart bursts into constellations of love and jeweled paeans of passion. Midst lambent, getting my tang tangled tonight. Bolide Heart bursts into constellations of love and jeweled paeans of passion. Midst tremblant words woven of stardust dreams, salient memory questing and winding tunnels of time, to dance as a dervish in ecstatic convergence of fragrant forever. And two very recent poems. Prelude to a Dream. An amethyst bowl, a sounding bowl, sounds in the key of E. The sound expands, a prayer of peace to fill the multiverse. An ancient ambience, the alchemy of ages. Shadows erased, the dream begins. And this is singularity. On distant shores of stars, tides of time ebb and flow in shadowed chasms of change. Dimensions within dimensions, worlds within worlds, life within life. All have infinite meaning, writ in infinite dreams on horizons of thought. All a chimera of existence in a kaleidoscope of colors and panorama of sound. Memories within memories, within dot, dot, dot. And I will finish with Labyrinth. 1,000 tears of yearning, an ocean of saudade and Haraif, all churn and burn within. They seek expression and release, Conglin and Darshan. They seek an invocation of the multiverse and caring, empathic intimacy, an intimacy of home, of love, of kuch, of forever. They seek connection, kinsakuroi, peace. They seek self in a labyrinth, the labyrinth called life. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Doc. And of course, I know you kind of mentioned stuff already, but how can people follow you online and support your work?
You can follow me right now just on Facebook. I'm trying to get a blog set up, but it takes time and effort, and I've been putting a lot of time in as the poet laureate for the city, including 2 readings out of doors yesterday, and both readings got rained upon with a very chill rain, and I'm suffering for it today. Oh, and by the way, my book is double nominated for a push cart. So, so anyhow, thank you very much, and I'll put information into the chat.
Excellent, cool. And I'll make sure to forward it. Thank you, Doc. All right, check out the book, Poems from the Multiverse. Jim's that's just so in right now, huh? It fits everywhere. All right, we're gonna go ahead and continue. We're gonna go to the West Coast and check in with Finn Bell, who wants to bring in the season, if you will, with a little bit of a special performance. So let's go ahead and check in on Finn Bell. Hey, how you doing today? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Richie. Hi, folks. No camera on. I'm in my PJs. But so I didn't prepare a poem today. Instead, because of the season, I wanted to share a Christmas song, a traditional, well, not so traditional, but standard Christmas song. And the reason why is because it's my mom's favorite. Christmas is her favorite holiday of all. So this is dedicated to my mom. Hopefully she is in a heaven where they have lots of pancit, glistening glass noodle pancit, and perfectly wrapped lumpia and queso de bola for days, and decorated with lovely parols. But this is also for Jenny. I guess she left, who every year, no miss, attends all my karaoke, but most especially the one that's dedicated to Christmas songs, because she loves Christmas songs. So I'm gonna sing for you guys. What is it? I'm sorry, I'm a little woozy today. Good Lord. I forgot what it's called. A Christmas song. There you go. Okay. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimo. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is... I forgot what comes next. To see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple prayer to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy everything, great abundance to you. That's it. Thank you. Thank you for humoring me.
No, that's awesome. We all voted for this. Okay. Thank you. Do you want to share, like, mention just your links? I know you talked about a lot of the events already, but Finn, what's the link tree again?
Linktree/Finn Bell.
All right, we got to share that because that's where all the gold is. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you
And
for show.
and for ushering in the season, I guess, so to speak, online. You can barely see it out on my screen. I got a Christmas tree. It's kind of naked right now. It still needs a little bit of ornamentation and lights, but yeah, we're getting that ready. Hopefully by next Monday we'll have lights and decorations. I can angle my camera a little bit, have that as part of the background. No, that was awesome. I don't even remember all the words, so you killed it. Naked trees, yeah. Just like the forest. Although this is a plastic tree, a little easier to clean up at the end. Anyway, once again, if you guys are tuning in, this is our online open mic. Shout out to everyone who's been tuning in so far. Some of you've mentioned or said hi in the live chat. It's always great to have you there. If you are watching, just say hi. It's good to know. We're gonna go ahead and come back to Texas, but not El Paso, not West Texas. We're gonna visit H-Town. That's right. We're gonna go to Houston, and our next performer. It's been a while since he's been here, but whenever he does have a chance to drop by, it's always a treat. So without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome back CP Mays. What's up, man? Welcome back.
What's good, Richie? What's good, man? Good to be back. I'm putting this as one of my top priority mics because the love here, it's pretty dope, and you don't get this everywhere. So you'll see me more often, Richie. Here's a poem. It's called Always Non-Refundable. Your insecurities got abandonment issues. Your abandonment issues, codependency issues, have fears of rejection. You're passive aggressive. Don't doubt my demons never shut their mouth, unlike Christ who wasn't raised on the third. I wasn't raised off a box full of tissues, so when they come for you, and they will come, remind yourself, you're not washed up yet. If it bleeds, you can kill it. If it breathes, it's huntable. Final breaths are non-refundable. Hell on earth is fresh out of vacation days, and there's only half a carton of almond milk in the fridge, and I am way past spent, passing off. Another child-proof prescription cap off. As a graduation cap off. As a milestone slightly in left brain off. Getting for great sakes brain to keep up or keep down the liquor. Tomorrow's karma has already taken off with a half-naked hangover, getting dressed up in an insecurity to be worn at another one of my epic pity parties tonight. My cheeks are a garage where I park my problems, knowing that I can't stop misspelling I love myself. My tongue rides around dictionaries with no collision insurance. If we were meant to be our God's little proteges, then heaven on earth must be a place where broken toys go to play. If God doesn't speak American, we're all fucked. The meek, the Messiah, and the rest of middle management still believes that Jesus stole the election, still stay storming the Capitol, still kept in collection plates. Sometimes, y'all, our living gods deserve an unemployment check, and I won't live long enough to watch my why won't you give up into going down without a goddamn backroom brawl slugfest. Hey, too much pain. Just go ahead and tell this can't be life, that believing in death died the moment we realized that the devil was a lie. A year-long argument with myself ended up with a fist fight with the maybe if I tell all of my I love yous to go fuck themselves for long enough. Might always remind myself that I'm a child of God. Well, stop living like the Bible's just a book club for losers. I've never been impressed with anyone's ability to quote scripture. For even our devils can quote scripture, and I promise Satan can do it even better than you. Our souls are non-refundable. Poem. Thanks, Richie.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. A lot of quotable lines there. Yeah, see Fenbell's already on it right there. How can people follow support you online who are tuning in right now?
Word. If y'all want to get at me, get at Richie. He knows my home address. He knows my if you want to get at me, it's CP Mays. That's my my IG and Facebook handle. And I also host on the second and fourth Sundays of the month PGN's Poetry Global Network's online open mic, global open mic. So it's in the chat. Check me out. It's fun. Poetry's still alive. Thank you, Richie.
Awesome. Yeah, that was hilarious. And then also a great send off. Shout out to PGN, Poetry Global Network.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Yeah. All right. So we got a couple more peeps left. As I did mention, it's a lighter list, and I'm perfectly fine with that because I'm a teacher and semester's ending down. There's a lot of grading I still have to do. And then I gotta, on top of that, I can't just stay at that. I gotta like say yes to every single project. So I've got video projects and podcast projects. Anyway, my point is let's just kind of keep this night going nice and quickly. We're gonna come back to El Paso and someone who's been here every single Monday. What else can I say? It's Mr. Monday night. But lately he's been Mr. Thursday night, Mr. Friday night, because he's been helping us at our in-person mics, host shows, and that's been a lot of fun. I've always needed the help at open mics, so it's nice to get it. And it's such a huge part of this Monday night show. It's definitely not the same without him. So without further ado, let's welcome to the show, Mr. Kit Wren. Hey.
Thank you, Richie. I do feel really connected to these online mics specifically. Like these feel like something that I helped. Getting overwhelmed and I haven't even read yet. So we're doing things in the wrong order. This is fucked up. We shouldn't do this. Okay, well, just going through an old notebook, seeing if there's anything that I don't want to burn. And honestly, it's not looking good. They're really high standards though. But let's see. Here we go. Here's at a call center that shall remain nameless. Everyone called me Chris. I was frightened by legal boilerplate and using that on the phone. And after that, it became a matter of trust. The people I liked got to call me Kit. 4 people got to call me Kit. The people I didn't knew only the timid and rule-bound Chris. Compartmentalization gets a bad rap. It's a solid way to spend 8 hours controlling the ways in which people know you, in which you can be known. And obedient, dutiful Chris allowed for anarchic dirtbag Kit to thrive, to swim without making ripples, to walk in stoned and sit at his desk reading Infinite Jest in 2666, and then present himself to the boss like he had been working himself to the bone. A sleeper cell of 4 people knew, and as far as I know, they've never told. So there's a cold collar supervisor somewhere in the greater Dallas area reminiscing about someone who existed the way a Halloween costume exists, the way children become dinosaurs, the way that when I give directions, every building that used to be a blockbuster is still a blockbuster. Well, let's read the Sabbath. I had been talking about my mom coming to visit for 2 weeks, like she was a touring act or the Pope. I tried to figure out how to fit in the old traditions among the actual tasks, because she was there in Denton, Texas, to do a job. We were going to evict my ex. We were going to make it feel like we were doing her a favor. She had done everything she could to stall, and I got to tell Mom what happened calmly, and in so doing, confirmed that all of this was real, that it happened in a world of Newtonian consent. We ended up doing everything ourselves. We broke for lunch, and everything was unmoved an hour later, with Ashley pantomiming using the Swiffer without putting a cloth on it. Able to smother my anger and conceal her own frustration, Mom asked if she had ever heard of anemia, if she was getting enough iron. And I tried to learn from this example. When she stuffed her hoodie full of Tide Pods after saying she had forgotten something, I laughed and thought, this is my final gift to you. And I have highlighted Mom's diplomacy, but I have left out when she turned to me and said, this is the most frustrating time I've ever had moving. And this was new to me, that it was both possible and allowed to admit something was difficult even while doing it. I had only known stoic indifference or complete meltdown. The third way was new to me. I don't believe in the firmness of epiphanies. I believe the young man from James Joyce's Araby bought many trinkets for many girls and cried almost every time. I still lose my temper, but not for days. I know there's a trail out, even when it's not under my feet. One more of mine and we'll get to the cupboard. Hey! Are you full of doubt and shame? Is modern life scary, but really convenient? Too convenient to actually leave fully? Try poetry. Are you meek? Poetry will force you into the body language of being brave without you even choosing it. Are you misunderstood? Poetry can turn that into an advantage. Even people who hate poetry will refer to great things as poetic. It slips out of their mouth like dribble. They don't understand why. They can't help it. They are fearful and full of resentment. You could make them run. Everything you think is weak within you is not. It is waiting to be applied. Poetry is how you learn what you wish you were. Maybe you don't want to be that all the time. You can just visit. That's fine. Think of how smug and self-possessed Clark Kent feels, choosing every morning to sit with everyone else in the metropolis noontime traffic. And as Richie mentioned, semester's winding down for both teachers and students. Y'all don't know it, but you're in the same fight. And so, in honor of this special time of year, I'll read something I've read before for my cover poem. This is Robert Frost by George Bilgier. Over there on the dining room table are just 25 of the thousands of essays on the poetry of Robert Frost produced this week alone in the USA, the world leader in essays on Robert Frost. The essays are about ambiguity in the road not taken, and also ambiguity in stopping by woods on a snowy evening. Every year, the English majors of America must read these poems and analyze their ambiguity, or compare and contrast their ambiguity in 5 double-spaced pages. And the English teachers of America must read these pages and determine whether they are incisive or not incisive. I am one of those teachers. I try to do my share, because if we don't do this, if Frost's ambiguity is not discussed, and if these discussions are not assessed and then finally graded, well, what's the point of all this? What are we doing here? Therefore, I must walk over to the dining room table and determine whether the essays are incisive or not incisive. And yet, 2 days have passed, an entire weekend, and it's Sunday evening, and I am having a glass of wine, and the essays on ambiguity in the poetry of Robert Frost remain unassessed by me. And this is getting very serious. That's an old empty. That was pantomime.
Woo. George Bilgier teaches at John Carroll University, which is about a mile from where I live.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, speaking of small worlds, the Tumblewords Project, A World Within Itself, meets every Saturday at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. And it's a nice little generative writing workshop. It can get you out of a rut. It can help you develop performance habits. I wouldn't be quite this great at public speaking without years of going to the Tumblewords Project and one whole calendar year of running it now. That stuck up on me. And this week, our presenter will be, his name is Kit Wren. Sounds familiar. Can't really place him. Probably seen him around town. And I'll be doing a little workshop called The Year in Review. Then the week after that, Cassie Holguin Pettinato, very great local poet. Been in Chrysalis, been in Barrio Panther. We're ink cousins, and she'll be presenting a tribute to the founder of Tumblewords, Donna Snyder, and that'll be on the 16th. That's all the Tumblewords for the rest of 2023. So then I get to relax for a bit. And Instagram, Kit Wren Away. Easy enough to find me on Facebook. If you want a bunch of essays about football, I know a guy. And that's all from me. We'll take it back to Richie.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Kit. Great set. And it's always fun to dig through an old notebook and just revisit poems, with a new lens, new eyes. And like, again, a lot of times you're like, why did I write that? But every now and then you dig up gems that could be used somehow, or maybe you can bring life back to an older poem that at one point you felt didn't have enough, right? So that's always a fun, maybe that could be something we could try next year, like doing more themes. Mike mentioned maybe like the poetry potluck, but maybe we can do something like old notebook day, or like you have to read like the oldest poem you can find, or I don't know, maybe there's some cool themes we can try with that. But other than that,
read something older than most of y'all.
More than
Yeah.
we've been alive. Maybe.
Well,
I don't
you're
know. We'll
goody.
figure it out. All right. As was pointed out, we have two performers left, and they are both known as the rhyming poets. One you can see not only online but in person carrying on a rhyming dictionary. But many of you online know our next performer is the man from Washington, D.C., the man with the jokes and the poems. That's right. He comes with the ha-has. We got Mr. Ed Poetastic in the house. He wasn't on the list earlier, and honestly, we all panicked a little bit, you know. So anyway, Ed, good to see you as always, my friend. Take it away.
Thank you, my friend, for the bitter end. Woo! And happy holiday! Hello, my name is Ed Potastic, Holy Fair Fantastic. Please anytime you can join my rhyme ball, feel sublime. I got 9 holiday jokes and 2 short pieces for my wonderful workshop, and I got 3 other pieces. So I won't take too long when I rhyme because rhymes stand the test of time. Okay, back to the jokes for you folks. The first joke is, what did Adam say on the day before Christmas? It's Christmas Eve. What do snowmen eat for breakfast? Snowflakes. What did one ornament say to another? I like hanging with you. Why was the little boy so cold on Christmas morning? It was December. What kind of fish do they have at the North Pole? Jollyfish. What do snowmen eat for dessert? Ice Krispies. What do you call a reindeer ghost? A caribou. What do you get when you cross vampires and a snowman? Frostbite. And last but not least, why was the candy cane so expensive? It was in mint condition. Hope everyone enjoyed those wonderful jokes. I got 2 short pieces for my workshop. That was a blast. Too bad the good times can't last. My first one is about depression. Please don't feel depressed. Please release it from your chest. Please not sadden contest. Please, less is more and more is less. Please don't stop feeling your best. Please don't forget you are loved and blessed. Please don't forget you can never be a pest. Please, please, please take a deep breath to rest. Please don't keep building up that nest. Please don't drown your inner mess. Please remember this is only a test. Thank you. My second piece is I am poem. I am a poem, crawling with rhymes. It doesn't cost you a dime. I'm not quiet like a mime. This is a sappy slime. This is a harsh crime. This is a protestic time. This will make you feel sublime. This piece is in its prime. This is knowledge of the divine. Remember, we are words with lines. This is more tasty than wine. I am a poem. Listen to my chime. These words are yours and mine. Do you feel them? Hug you like vines. Thank you. And my second poem is What's in the Box? What's in the box? I don't know. What's in the box? I have no clue. What's in the box? Something long ago? What's in the box? I don't know. You? What's in the box? A little note that says hello. What's in the box? Something old or new? What's in the box? A tiny baby crow? What's in the box? A funny and crazy tattoo? What's in the box? I know. Oh, no, no, no. What's in the box? Maybe a pair of nice shoes? What's in the box? Oh, lights, why don't they glow? What's in the box? Is it 1 or maybe 2? What's in the box? This really sucks and blows. What's in the box? A reused petite pink tutu? What's in the box? You're not a bright fellow. What's in the box? Flowers red, green, maybe baby blue? What's in the box? Is this something you owe? What's in the box? Can this be crazy? No Gorilla Glue? What's in the box? A picture of a small yet grand plateau? What's in the box? A puzzle of boats, ships, or canoes? What's in the box? A crazy, broken, untuned banjo? What's in the box? Is this really something you need to pursue? What's in the box? Maybe top secret cargo? What's in the box? Something true, fake, or maybe taboo? What's in the box? Something to change your point of view. And last but not least, this is called Superpower Zero. I want super strength. I want to pack a punch. But I don't want my bones turned to dust. I want to read minds. All minds are my dish. Some ideas can make me sick. I want to run really fast. I want to be bear in the flash. But it's going to really hurt when I crash. I want a magical ring. I want to shape to my will. But without it, the life is sealed. I want to be a wall crawler. I want to swing through buildings. But empty rev shooters, I'll crash through ceilings. I want to be a super soldier. I want to be a hero to all. But who will help me when I fall? I want to be a mutant. I want lasers for my eyes. But nobody will be around when I cry. I want to control metal. I want to control iron and steel. But I won't have spoons, knives, and forks for my meals. I want to be an angel. I want to fly away. But I'll be on call when all airplanes suffer delays. I want to stretch really long. I want big feet and hands. But I will sink into quicksand. I want to be a clawing monster. I want unbreakable claws. But I'll be more scared than a shark on Jaws. I want to be a green monster. I want my rage to be my power. My loved ones will cry and cower. I want to control time. I want to go forward and back. But I will screw up everything in chaotic facts. I want to turn invisible. People won't see me. But I'll be an easy target for cars, trucks, and bumblebees. I want all powers. I want all powers in the world. But keeping up with so much powers will make me hurl. I don't want powers. I just want to be me. I want to feel simply and happily free. Thank you.
Dope. Thank you, Ed. Eddie, awesome stuff, man. Love the winter themes jokes, the one-liners. Always appreciate a good pun. All right, how can people watching you, especially for the first time, how can they follow and support you online?
Sure, you can follow me support me online while coming or watching this wonderful open mic that makes our money light such a light in the wonderful, fantastic spotlight. All right, but you want to follow me? Please feel free. My Facebook is 8490. My Facebook is Eddie Foreman, and my IG is 8492. And remember, if the mic is right, I'll be there to shine my fantastic inside. But if you send me a question, you take a guess. The answer is yes. Hope everyone stays safe, healthy, and blessed. Never stop speaking the one words outside your chest. Never stop feeling and doing and being your best. Remember, you are more important than you ever know. So don't hide your glow. So,
Right on, man. What a classic sign off. I kind of always set it up the same way, just so I can always hear it, to be honest. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate it. All right. Hey, we got as always, every single Monday this month, we will be having online mics. And this month's going to be unique because we are going to have one online mic that falls on Christmas Day. And that's always kind of fun. I've done in-person open mics on Christmas Day, and that's always fun, like for people to try out if they got like new instruments or like new toys to play with, like amps or something like that. We always encourage that. But we're going to be online that Monday, so look forward to that. And we're also going to have an online mic on New Year's Day. So the new year, 2024, the first online mic of the year. That's going to be super fun. All right. So, yeah, bring the eggnog, bring all the fun. I'm looking forward to a little break from school, at least from teaching. So, yeah, these next couple weeks are going to be super fun. All right, you heard Ed. Now we got the other rhyming poet up next. He's also been here pretty much every single Monday since we've started these, and he has done like work to be on here. But that's a story for another time. We're gonna go ahead and make a call to the bullpen and call in the closer. That's right, it's the righty, the one, the only, Dan the man. Dan, go ahead and take it away. All right, you're good to go. We're not getting audio though. Nada.
Ah, great.
Yeah, we can hear you now,
We can hear
Dan.
that.
Okay.
We hear you.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go as quick as I can. So, all right. As you may know, we're now in the final month of the year, and like I said, this may be the last. Gonna do the Child's Calendar by John Updike. Yep. And it is a month of December. Yep, December to remember. There we go. Hang on a sec. Okay. First snow, the flakes, so few, so light, remake the world in solid white. All bundled, yeah, all bundled up. We feel as if we were fat penguins, warm and stiff. Yeah. And the toy pack shops half split their sides, and mothers bring home things she hides. Old the old carols peal, the dusk is dense. There is a mood of sweet suspense. The shepherds wait, the kings, the tree, and wait for something yet to be, some miracle, and then it's here, wrapped up in hope, another year. Yeah. Yeah. And now this concludes. On to December. This concludes A Child's Calendar by John Updike. Yeah. All right. I'm going to do a quick one. Let me see here. Hang on. Hold on. Well, we know Christmas is kind of ordinary, but Santa's is a legendary. But the elves may be secondary, but we always know the holidays is not even permanent, but temporary. Yeah. We've seen the past, but the present is contemporary. Well, even though the Christmas is kind of imaginary, but it's kind of real though, even if it's necessary. Well, I still have my dictionary. Yep, take the poetry as advisory. Yeah. Let me see what I can find. Hang on. CZ. Well, well, there is no topaz, but the razzmatazz. Well, as we know, some of us already has, but it was like Christmas carols in jazz. It was like the Raz. I don't know what it is. Oh well. Well, who's ready for the holidays? Looks like it's a trailblaze. Again, oh, I think that's a paraphrase. Well, there's the snow and the blaze. Yep, the blaze of glory. Oh, there it is once again. Okay. Just a heads up, I'm gonna be out of town in Dallas with my brother, but maybe there's a chance I'll log in on the day of Christmas. So all right, can't wait. So all right. All right, give me a sec. Oh, nag. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Read it and weep it. Thank you, Finn. All right, just yeah, if you guys want to catch my latest episodes, go right on ahead. But I know Twitter's now X, so just if you can. But find me on Instagram, and I'm still catching up on Facebook. But most importantly, find Dan the Man's Weekly on YouTube, and yeah, I know. And it's still currently on hiatus. I'm still trying to catch up, so just bear with me. And I'm still having issues on uploading on the uploads. So I apologize for the delay. What can I say? Okay. Oh wait, hold on a minute. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, guys. Well, y'all have a good night. God bless, and hope to see you guys next Monday. All right, Richie, let's go ahead and call it a night.
Alrighty then. Cool. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, man, ever since we've started, I feel like you've had a smoke detector that's needed batteries. I heard it a lot more today. I was like, oh, hey, listen to that. But can we, um, let's see, what else can I say? If you guys are watching and haven't had a chance to check us out in person, we're going to be back next Monday for the online mic. Thanks to everyone who performed today. Again, if you're watching and you ever feel like you want to share any of your writing, your poetry, maybe you have a music, maybe singer-songwriter stuff, anything on an instrument. It could even be instrumental music. Or if you want to rap, definitely encourage that, right? It's the combination of the two, the writing and the music. So hopefully everyone has a great week for the online open mic. My name is Rich, the host, MC. Again, if you're asking for extra credit or EPCC stuff, just shoot me a message or you can message us on our social media, the Barbed Open Mic series. If you're an EPCC student, you can find me looking up my name, Marrufo, Marrufo. And we will see you guys next Monday. All right.